I'm standing here with 3 and 7 of the 7 brand company. They've got a brand new idea, which I think has the potential to go really far, and I'm going to let them explain it to the rest of you. So, 3, would you let me know what the idea behind 7 brand is?
Absolutely. 7, we're building a brand to save the planet. We believe we've got a climate crisis, and we believe the solution is essentially a business model. So we're the brand that's going to solve that crisis.
And how are you going to do that?
We're going to open up a national chain of green general stores. So back in the 1800s, you go to the general store, get your food and your clothing, your basic necessities. We're going to do that across the country, but everything in our store is going to be green, sustainable, and renewable, a better purchasing option.
So people who come into your stores can be assured that where their money is going is to a place that's helping the planet.
It's mindful commerce. Essentially, every purchase you make ought to have not a negative environmental impact, but have a positive environmental impact.
Positively.
Positively. So what we're going to do, Kirsten, here is we're going to actually offset both the production and the shipment of every product you buy. So it makes it a little bit easier to make that purchasing decision, and we're not going to claim to be experts in the green space. We essentially have a vetting process to bring in amazing products from early stage companies. You can read the story about the company, story about the product, and then you decide if it meets your personal criteria.
How many companies do you have already within the 7 brand? Have you started reaching out to people already?
Essentially, yes. I mean, the 7 silos that represent the 7 largest sectors of purchases in the world are the 7 silos, obviously. And within each of those 7 silos, we have the 7 best emerging stage companies that are doing the coolest, greenest, most mindful e-commerce things on the face of the planet. So we've identified most of the companies that will be in those silos and have firm commitments from several of them. At least one in each silo. So, for example, in the clothing, the apparel silo, for example, sameunderneath.com, eradicating, global, on a global level, any kind of racism whatsoever. But they also have a green, sustainable product, organic cotton, and sustainable bamboo for the clothing line. They are the primary apparel firm in the clothing silo at this point.
How soon can we expect to see the 7 brand stores around the country or the world?
2008, we'll open up our first stores. And so we're going to go kind of an organic growth model. We will be opening up stores, physical stores, and our website should be live and available right around spring.
So not too far off. That's exciting. And you talk a lot. I've been talking with you a lot this conference, and you've been saying you're 7 too. Everyone's 7. How is it that you're going to convince people that they are a part of the 7 brand?
They're already 7. I mean, we're 7planet.com, but it's a planet of 7s. I mean, 7 is mindful commerce. Everybody's already trying to do the right thing. They're just looking for the solution. So we're essentially vetting, finding the best of the best of the best, the best companies doing the best green things and helping to promote their wares. People want to buy mindfully. They want to buy things that have a positive environmental impact. We're just providing a mechanism for them to do that, right? Through our physical stores in Priest River, Idaho, Salmon, Idaho, through our PowerPod solution. One that's going to be placed here at UC Davis, as a matter of fact. You want to tell me about the graduate school?
We hope to have a pod placed here at UC Davis, so we want to actually create the greatest business case study ever. We actually want to open physical stores on campuses, okay, and allow the undergrads and maybe even the MBA students to run and manage it as CEO, CFO, COO, etc. We'll provide them with a physical store, provide them with the inventory, and the system and the brand. And then they compete on ultimately building the most mindful commerce they can in their respective universities.
So you're not only building mindful commerce, you're also helping educational processes and building community in the process.
That's exactly right. I mean, essentially, everything that's been done in business to date, we're trying to turn it upside down, go 180 degrees, just completely different than anything's done before. When someone walks into a 7-brand store, we're going to try to discourage consumerism, right? We're going to encourage education, right? Educate people on why there's a climate crisis and why they should purchase mindfully if they purchase. If someone's got a shirt on, they probably don't need a new shirt. But if they're going to buy a shirt, right, buy it mindfully. Be aware of the entire supply chain. Be aware of where that thing goes when it's all said and done, cradle to the fullest degree. It's a business model to essentially solve the climate crisis.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to add before we finish here?
No, we're just glad that you're 7, Kirsten. That's it.
Thank you for joining the team.
Yeah. I'm so 7.
So excited.
And so are you. Thank you very much for this interview, and good luck with your 7s.
Thank you very much.